What is going on, guys? It is Renegon Eagle here, back again for yet another video. So today is going to be a little bit different. Right now, I'm just about to talk about if overhype can kill an anime. So this isn't going to be like a normal video where I have like images on the screen or anything. This is just a loop background podcast style video. So if that's not really your thing, feel free to click off. But if you're interested, let's just cue that intro and get right into the video. Okay, so on the surface level, overhyping probably doesn't seem like a huge issue to you, but it is, okay? So overhyping is basically, in a nutshell, when you take any sort of thing, in this case we're going to be talking about anime or manga, and you act like it is the best thing that has ever been written or drawn in the entirety of the industry, okay? A lot of people... I'm just going to name off a few series that I personally believe are overhyped. Note, this does not mean I think they're bad. I just think they're overhyped. Alright, let's go. Naruto, Attack on Titan, One Piece, Chainsaw Man, Tokyo Revengers. Just to name 5 series. 5 well-known series that I believe are the biggest overhyped shows and manga at this very moment. Once again, I'm not saying that they're bad, I'm just saying that they're a little bit overhyped considering the fact I've caught up to the manga in every single one of those series. So I have at least that much personal experience. Now, what I'm getting at here is, I'm not saying that you can't say that things are good, but it reaches a different level when you start acting like it is peak fiction. So, overhyping, in my personal opinion, it can kill an anime. Yeah, I hit up a few different people, a few different creators. I hit up Masked Man, I hit up T-Bra, I hit up a few other people. I got a whole lot of mixed answers about this question, but mainly the biggest thing that I heard was either kind of, or whenever they watch a new anime, they don't pay attention to the fandom at all. Pretty much my whole thing, just don't overhype anime. You know, overhyping, it's one of the worst things you could possibly do. Because if you're overhyping it, that means that you've already seen it, or you're hopping on to literally just 2 episodes or something. Alright, so like Tokyo Revengers is an example. I watched season 1 of the anime a little bit after it finished. Like, I didn't watch it when it was currently airing. So, after it finished, I was on Twitter, and I start seeing people talking about this show. It's called Tokyo Revengers, about this kid who can time travel and he's in a gang. And I'm like, oh shit, it's another isekai. Great. And I start watching and I'm like, damn, this is pretty good. Like, I genuinely have no complaints until the season finished. Now, I know this doesn't apply to a lot of people, because I know a lot of people are anime onlys. But I decided, hey, I'm not waiting an entire year for season 2 to come out. So I just started reading the manga. And in less than a week, I ended up reading all 224 chapters that are currently out in the manga. There's 9 chapters left in the manga, and I'll be reading those every week. Alright? So, my experience with Tokyo Revengers was, that was one of the most overhyped things I've seen in a while. Alright? Season 1 of the anime was okay. Compared to the manga. It was okay. You know, like, season 1 finished and I'm like, alright, babe, let's read the manga. You know, like I said, I read it from chapter 1 all the way to 224, just to see what the differences are, you know, from the anime to the manga. And, can't lie, I was kind of disappointed in the anime. You know, alright, so we all know that in 99% of cases, the manga is better than the anime, but Tokyo Revengers anime, I don't know how to put it, they didn't leave out any huge plot points, but compared to the manga, they left out a lot of things that make the world feel more alive. You know, like some background dialogue, some like side conversation with Takemichi and some side characters, or some random one-off characters that we'll never see again. And I'm reading the manga and I'm like, damn, like, this is good. And then I'm thinking back on the anime and I'm like, damn, this is like kind of disappointing. Like, this show got hyped up so much. But I'm reading the manga, and it's not even that the manga's like a little bit better. Like, if I had to score it on a scale of 1 to 10, after I read the manga, I'd give the anime like a 6 or a 7. Alright, I'm giving the manga like a solid 9. So, my whole thing and what's leading me to my main point here is, overhyping an anime, you can like obliterate people's experience with an anime, especially if it's a already finished series. Like it's stopped running, right? Like the mangaka ended it completely. Like Full Metal Alchemist. My whole thing, if you're recommending Full Metal Alchemist to someone at this point, you've seen all of Full Metal Alchemist or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. You've seen both of them, right? So you know what happens, you know what it builds up to, and you know the conclusion. So when you're building it up to your friend or relative or just someone online, and you're really hyping it up, you're saying that it's so amazing. Full Metal Alchemist doesn't get good until about 10 episodes in. You guys got to remember that. All right, like they had the whole thing with Shao Tucker in like episode 4, right? Nothing really huge happened again until like episode 10. Like, it takes a minute for Full Metal Alchemist to, like, get up and go. Don't get me wrong, Full Metal Alchemist is in my top 5, probably my top 3 anime, just saying. But it takes a while for Full Metal Alchemist to get good. So the entire time that you're, like, building this up to your friend, they're thinking, oh shit, this is gonna be so good. And they watch, like, 1, 2, 3 episodes, and they're like, well, shit, he's a fucking liar. And now you look like an idiot. Alright, because you've recommended something, you've built it up so much, but you weren't thinking like someone who's never seen it before. Like, you're focusing on the end of the story. You're not even thinking about how long it takes for the story to gear up. Alright? Like, Naruto? Don't even get me started on Naruto. Naruto's my shit. But Naruto doesn't even really get good until, like, 7 episodes in. 9 episodes in. Whenever the Land of Waves arc starts. And even that gets a little bit old in the middle of the arc. So you got like 3, 4, 5 episodes that are just like, hey, let's climb a tree, and here, let's learn about this kid's dead stepdad. And then you get the end fight with Zabuza and Haku. And then it goes back to being a little bit boring until they enter the Forest of Death. So that's another like 5 episodes, 4 or 5 episodes. So whenever you're hyping something up to tell someone online or one of your friends or your family members, please take the time to like look into it, right? Don't just be like, oh, this is amazing, this is like the best thing, you're gonna love it, it's phenomenal, the whole thing, banger, whole way through. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not a banger the whole way through. It's not getting good until at least a few episodes in. Like, there are some minor differences there. Like, if it's a seasonal anime, then yeah, it's probably going to get really good off the jump. But if it's something like Naruto, then no, it's going to take a minute. So you guys just please, for the sake of the community, because I'm really getting annoyed seeing all this stuff, you guys got to take a minute and just like evaluate yourselves before like you start hyping something up, because you could completely ruin somebody's whole experience. Like, make sure to point out that it takes a few episodes to get interesting. Don't just hype it up like you normally would with the other people who have seen it. You gotta make sure to tell them that it takes a second. Alright, or else they're gonna go in with these high expectations and they're gonna get knocked down just because you hyped it up to this unbelievable extent. But anyway, if you agree with me, be sure to drop a like, a subscribe, leave a comment down below, tell me you agree with me. I always like when people agree with my opinions. But anyway, I am Renegon Eagle, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.